Welcome to part 10 of my Gamecube collection. We're actually almost done. Got a couple more games from the shelf, and so I'm going to talk about them. Here we go. I got this for dirt cheap. International Winter Sports 2002, made by ESPN and Konami, before Konami turned into a bunch of cucks. See, that's the company I was trying to refer to as cucks right there. But it's a typical sports game. It's a little hard to control when you're skiing, especially. It's a little hard to control the steering. Like, it's very sensitive. Other than that, it's not bad. You get it for like under $5. There's the manual and the disc. Don't have much to say about it, but you know, it's just another typical sports game. It is tricky though. MX Superfly, featuring Ricky Carmichael. Can't forget that, you know, right there, that saying. Anyway, this is a pretty fun game. It's definitely better than that one motorcycle game on the Gamecube. I forgot who made. I think that Acclaim made that one, but that wasn't very good. This is a little better. Made by THQ, and you can, you know, play as a bunch of characters and ride around. You can even play as some secret characters if you unlock them at the end. There's the manual and the disc art. Pretty good game. Pick it up if you're looking for a cheap GameCube game. Zoocube. Speaking of Acclaim, this is one of those really obscure GameCube games that just came and absolutely went. I think it was on the PS2 as well. But you basically control this cube, and it's sort of like a puzzle game where you have to sort of catch and match, you know, animals together in different environments, and they can get pretty hard from what I've heard. In fact, I heard it's sometimes even nearly impossible. But I'll finish it one day. Pretty interesting. There's the manual and there's the disc. And this case actually came from Blockbuster. So that's pretty cool. I always like it when I get some of those Blockbuster cases. Brings me back to a simpler time. But yeah, check out Zoocube. I'm not a huge fan of this game series because I think I mentioned it before, I'm not huge on stealth games, but it's the first Splinter Cell game on the Gamecube. From what I've heard, the Xbox version, if you get the Xbox version of the game and play it on your original Xbox, from what my friend told me, you can actually, it's one of the few games that you can use to actually mod your original Xbox. So I found that really interesting. But yeah, made by Ubisoft. It's not too bad. I'm not a huge fan of this. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of this series, but it's alright for what it is, you know. There's the manual. Show you the disc. There's the artwork. This was released on the Gamecube much later. It originally came out on the Xbox, I believe. It is like from 03. The original came out in 02. Come on, guys. I don't need to say anything. Zelda Ocarina of Time and Ocarina of Time Master Quest. The only difference between the original and Master Quest, from what I've been told, is that, like, I never played Master Quest, but for what I've been told, it's basically the same as the first one. The only difference is that the level, like, the sides are vertical now, like it's in the other side now, and they're more difficult. Just what I've been told. Yeah, my friend Forever Retro 82 says that this is the best Zelda 3D game. You know, and I have to agree, it's pretty fun. There's the manual, and there is the disc art. This game is really hard to find now. The game goes for like $60. Quite pricey, but it's worth it if you can find it for a decent price, you know. It's worth it. Animal Crossing. Speaking of games that are sort of become hard to find, this is the original Animal Crossing for the Gamecube, which was it was originally on the N64, and it was called something else. I forget the name. Comment down below if you remember. But it's, you know, a typical, you know, game where you build your own character, you build your own house and make friends and do all sorts of fun stuff. Pretty entertaining. Don't have the manual, nor do I have the memory card, but there's the disc. I actually got the case before I got the disc. I bought the case for like 10, I got the disc for like 30. So hopefully one day I'll get the manual and the memory card, but yeah. Good game though. You can find it for a good price. Like I said, it was pricey when I got it, so. Pac-Man Fever. Once again, one of the many Mario Party knockoffs, but this is a pretty decent one. You know, you play as Mario and Miss Pac-Man. Not Mario. You play as Pac-Man, you play as Miss Pac-Man, and all sorts of different characters. It's not too bad. It's more fun with friends, though. There's the manual, and there's the disc art. Haven't really played it too much, because, you know, I don't have many friends to play with, but one of these days I'll play it again. Amazing Island, made by Sega. It was made, this is basically kind of like, it's sort of like Pokemon, but not quite. You build your own monster, and you basically keep it, you know, take care of it, and you get to do all sorts of mini games with your monster, and they're all really fun. This game isn't really that well known, unfortunately. I got it for like, I don't know, $15, but it's good. There's the disc artwork. I wish more people knew about it. What can you do? The Ant Bully. I have a lot of mixed things to say about this game, actually. It's pretty fun. It takes a while to beat, especially after when you realize that after you beat all the missions, then you have to look for all these like coins or something. You gotta look for like 100 of them, and then you beat the game. But there's this one level, and I will do a rant video on it, I promise you, where you are rescuing these like bugs, and they never shut the hell up. Like, they're like, if you thought like Jar Jar Binks from like the Star Wars games were really bad, those little guys were much more annoying. Much more annoying. And like I said, I'll do a video on them because they deserve to be just that one little part of the game deserves a rant. Other than that, it's pretty good. Sorry, I got a little too excited. There's the manual and there's the disc. I actually played the game before I even watched the movie, and then I watched the movie and I was like, yeah, it was pretty faithful. But yeah, check this game out. Just be warned about that level where you have to save, help me, help me, help me. You have to hear that, you'll be pressing the mute button, just saying. Open Season, based on the movie of the same name. Pretty fun. You play as Boog, get out to do all sorts of cool things, you know, mini games. it's pretty faithful to the movie, I have to say. I enjoy it. It even has some of the music from the movie too. It has the, what's that song, I Want to Lose Control, when you go into the grocery store. Pretty cool. There's the manual and the disc art. I didn't even know there was an open season game, honestly. I don't think many people knew either. I didn't really hear about it much. This isn't much to talk about. It's basically a preview, Gamecube preview disc from like 2003 that has a bunch of demos. Sonic Adventure DX, Splinter Cell, Viewtiful Joe, and Billy Hatcher. And Soul Calibur 2, all of which I own. But I heard if you connect, it says if you connect your Game Boy Advance, you get Dr. Mario and MarioWare Inc. But that's pretty cool. It's some advertisement for other GameCube titles. Not gonna really show too much. I guess I'll show the disc. Not really much to it though. Just as preview disc. That's really it. I want to play a Billy Hatcher one day. That's become sort of a hard to find game. But I heard it's like people say it's really good. So I'll have to get it one day for a good price. Casper Spirit Dimensions. I just beat this game like a couple days ago. It's really good. There are times, however, that you will get stuck, and it can be pretty unforgiving with the levels, you know. You'll have to have a lot of health for this game, but it's not bad. It's a cute Casper game, and they did a really good job, you know, TDK did. So it's worth the price if you can pick it up. It's the manual and the disc art. But yeah, I will admit Casper looks pretty cheap in it. In fact, he looks like he's eating his own mouth when he's talking, but other than that, pretty good. Zapper, One Wicked Cricket. It's similar to Frogger. If you played Frogger, you kind of played this. In fact, I think there's a couple of Frogger games on the Gamecube that are kind of like this, but they tried to copy Frogger, but didn't really go that well. It kind of became forgotten. Other than that, it's pretty good. Just a similar, you know, style of gameplay. There's the disc. Don't have the manual, but not really what I'm looking for this game. But it's pretty good. Tales of Symphonia. I haven't really played this one yet, but my friend says it's a really good RPG on the GameCube. Like, it kind of became hard to find, and then it's dropped down in price. I wonder why. But apparently, from what it says, it takes 80 hours to beat. So if I were to play this game, I'd have to have a lot of patience, even more patience than Project Eden on the GameCube, or the PS2, and I'm still playing that game right now. There's the manual, and there's disc 1 and 2. But yeah. And last but not least, I got this game for Christmas. This is Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. I printed the cover art because when I got it for Christmas, it didn't come with the cover art, so I just printed one. But if you play Tony Hawk, this is basically Tony Hawk with Disney characters. And it's really good. They use the same engine from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 from Neversoft, so of course it's going to be great. You know, it plays just like a Tony Hawk game. In fact, I like to call this the lost Tony Hawk game that not a lot of people know about, and it's really sad. If anyone's who worked on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, the remake, ever sees this video, please remake this game. It desperately needs a remake, but there's the manual. I got it from Canada like a week ago, so I put it in there. And there's the disc. Anyway, thanks for all for watching my GameCube collection, and we'll see you in the next part, which will likely be the final part.